Well, Steve, defeat tonight, but defeat admittedly against one of the better teams you'll see in this division.
Yeah, tough to tough game. Started the game really well. Scored a fantastic goal from 35 yards, whatever it was. Brilliant goal. Then had another opportunity to go 2-0. Keepers made a good save from Arthur. And then they grew into the game. But I can take people scoring goals like we scored against them, which is, but to give them the two goals that we give them was just, honestly, I just disbelief, because we set up at corners, that opposition corners. We had man for man who was marking who. They had their own number. We started off when the cross come in, they were marking their number. Then they just run off and left their player, and he just stood there and just volleyed it up and volleyed it in, all on his own. No one within 10, 15 yards of him. So for me, it's like you designated a man for a reason, and you stay with that man until the set piece is finished. So that was easy for them. And then obviously the second goal is what it is. Goalkeeping error. It's a P roll of a shot, and it's should have got his body behind the ball. He didn't put a hand down, and terrible goal, to be honest. 2-1. And then obviously when a team's used to losing, it's difficult then at that point, because they've been losing all season. So you try and pick them up. But they had a go. We had a go, but the quality of the opposition, you have to go, is miles ahead of you. Been together for quite a while. A number of the players, they know the game. They all know the game. They understand what to do, when to do, how to do it, when to kill games off, when to go in corners and play good football at times. They did, and cut us open at times. We're too open. I just said there, we're kind of not we're individuals rather than a group.
I think a lot of promising signs in the first half, though. We went into half time with a lot of hope. Just the timing on that third goal just killed us. But it wasn't for lack of trying. We tried to get into the game, but the mountain was just too much.
Yeah,
I think.
you can't. I won't fault the guys for trying. I've just said that in there. No one's having to go here that we've cheated or anything like that. But it's a lack of quality at times, and they had more quality than us. And when you look at league tables, it's not something that lies over a period of a time. It can be a false look after a game, 2 games, 3, but not over 36 games. It's normally where you are is where you are for a reason. They're in the top 3, 4 for a reason, and we are where we are for a reason. And I think for all the endeavour and all the trying and some great moves at times and some good football, when you give up goals like that, you almost feel the group go, not again. That's how they feel as a group. I've seen it. I've seen it for the first time tonight.
So from that game, then a lot of quick learning. Is there a confidence in you now? You sort of know where the areas we need to improve is going into Saturday.
You can't just pick those areas and improve in those areas. It just doesn't work like that. It's not on a tree and then you pull them off and go, right, you've now learnt that area. It's finding the right shape for this group of players, because there's 2 different sets of managers, players here. Different managers have had different ideas of football, and some have signed half, the other half have signed for another manager. So you've got a blend of all different players, and when you have time to build something, you build the team to the way you want to play the game, so everybody knows exactly what they're doing. So in a way, you can feel sorry for the group in a way, because they've had different manager after different manager, and probably wanting to play different styles and arcs for different jobs and different things like that. So what they're actually doing, the endeavour they're putting into games, you can't question that. But it's just that them lacks of concentrations, them lacks of quality in certain times on the pitch. So it's difficult. It's trying to find the right balance for this group of players going forward.
So then looking forward, a couple more days of training to have a look at the squad, build some more of those ideas. Is there an optimism within you for Saturday?
Yeah, listen, I've never thrown a towel in ever. You know, it's not in my nature. But I'm a realist, and I realise where we lack, and that's not something that can be changed overnight. It's certain personnel in certain places that is not right. Um, Understanding of the game, you can't put that in people. You've either got that or you haven't. So it's like I say, it's coming back to getting the group into a shape and a system that is easy for them to totally understand. Because I think they were playing three at the back before, and then I play four at the back. So you're asking different things from these players. But listen, they're professional footballers. They train every day. So it's down to the coaches and that to implement and get these things across to them as quick as we can to limit the mistakes. Because if you do take out them 2 goals, the mistakes, although the opposition were much better than us, their quality shone through. Take out the 2 mistakes, it's not as bad as it seems, you know. But that when you give up easy goals, I can see their heads just deflate because they're thinking the same old thing, and they've been thinking that for weeks and weeks and weeks.